Today we're going to discuss some ways to find jobs that, in conjunction with things like posting on Monster and going to recruiting firms, that are going to increase your odds of getting a good job that is going to pay what you want, is going to have a future, and is going to be challenging and rewarding at the same time. A job that, most likely many job seekers would have passed up. I think the biggest advantage into diversifying your job search is that, one, you're going to have more job offers. You have more job offers, you can negotiate salary better. You could choose which companies are good, which companies are bad, and if you fail during an interview, it's not the end of the world. So where do we find these companies? First, articles. CEOs of companies, especially small to mid-sized firms, are consistently writing articles with a very low reader base. I spent 4 years there, so I know where they are. And there's nothing like a job seeker who applies who says, "Oh, I found you by reading Bob Smith's article, and I really enjoyed it and did some research on your company and thought it'd be, a good fit." And I think that even if Bob Smith isn't hiring, you made a great impression on him for when he is. And also, articles are a great way to tell if it's a good company. If it's a really poor article, I don't suggest applying to the firm. Also, it may give you some insight into concerns in the industry as well as hiring concerns, which will help with interviewing. And then, company websites. Firms will retain us from all over the world. And the one place they still have their posting is their website. Companies always have their job postings on their website. So here's a good exercise to make sure that you find those companies that are hiring, via their website, because sometimes they get tired of working with recruiters, sometimes they get tired of posting on Monster and they just leave it there. The best exercise is pick out 10 keywords that you think would describe the organization. So let's say you were applying to a recruiting firm in New York. Recruiting firms NYC, employment agencies New York, recruitment headhunters NYC, and you want to pick 10 of these differentiations. And then go down the list, the first 20, so that's the first and second page, and see which companies are hiring. I guarantee you by the time you're on that fourth keyword, you're going to find at least 5 open jobs that you wouldn't find elsewhere. Websites and keyword research are a great way to find jobs. And then third would be press releases. Companies making news, unless it's really bad news, tend to be hiring. Companies like to give press releases when they get a big client, when they come out with a new product, when things that are good are happening, which typically translate to revenue generation. When companies are making money, they invest in human capital. So I think that also doing PR releases will give you insight onto where the industry is headed, industry trends, who are the big players, who are not, which is also going to help you in interviewing. And in the end, if you are just relying on a few sources to find the right job, I would say the odds are 60 to 70% that that right job will never be found by you.